Hey everyone, it's Pup Twigs here from Orlando, Florida. And joining me here today, we have Pup Harley from Clive, Iowa. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good, good. So, question about your pup name and your hood colors. Is there any significance on how you got Harley as a name or the blue color that you have chosen for your pup hood?
Well, as far as the color goes, it's just my favorite color. And we're actually thinking about changing it to red and black here soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and as far as the name goes, I basically made one of those like football lists that like how you like do that and like you determine like who's gonna win. Basically, I
Uh-huh.
did that with the names. I just compared one against another, and whichever one I liked more, I kept that one in and tossed the other one. And basically, did that until I got down to Harley.
Oh, that's a kind of a unique way of picking your name. I like that.
Yeah.
So
How
how long have you been a pup?
I want to say probably since October of 2020.
Okay. So you've been a few years.
Yeah, but I wasn't really doing much up until just last year. So it's kind of like I was in the community, like looking at the community, but not really in it. And then finally, it was like, okay, it's time to start, participating.
Time to jump in and have fun with it.
Yeah.
So so what has been the easiest part about being in, the pup community, and then what's been the most difficult part of being in the pup community?
Um, for me, the easiest part was just, being able to enjoy in the moment. Because, like, I'm one of those people where, it's like I can get very overwhelmed and, I think about everything all the time and, like, everything has to be perfect. And, like, when I'm in, the pup headspace, I can just be like, screw this. It's like, I don't have to think about anything. I don't have to worry about anything. I can just enjoy being here, doing whatever. It's just very freeing in that way.
Yes, I agree.
Um, and the hardest would probably have to be, um, of course, the negativity you get online, in person, you know, and
Oh yeah.
disappointing, but, can't change everyone's mind.
No, no, and most of it's just because they don't understand it. So what is the community like where you're from? Is there a lot of pups, or has it been hard finding other pup friends?
Yeah, extremely hard. There's very few. I think there's like, I want to say maybe 30 people in the Iowa uh, chat, and half of them are outside of the state.
Oh,
Like,
oh, okay.
so it's like more than half of the group for Iowa is actively outside of it, which is really disappointing, but true. And the pups that are here usually don't want to go out and do anything, and they just want to sit inside all day and just be left alone. So it's very, very difficult here to find people.
So I guess that means you probably don't have a lot of events that happen in your area when it comes to the pup community.
No, almost none. They usually have two events a year. One is where they go to Raccoon River and they spend an hour or two at Raccoon River, which is which is of course a river close by with a big lake connected to it.
Okay.
And then of course the um, Iowa Pet Tournament, I guess. I don't really know what it's called, but where they choose the next Iowa pet. And that's
Oh,
pretty much
okay.
the
It's
only event that exists for pups unless someone actively, is like, oh, I'm going to be here at this date at this time. And like, that's still not super common, but it's happened a couple of times.
okay. All right. Well, and hopefully it's growing in your area, so you'll start getting more and more. Because I know it's fairly large here in Orlando. Uh, there's a pretty good group of pups here, and we have a monthly meetup at one of the bars, and then every 6 months or so, there's a gay campground here or just outside of Orlando called Sawmill, and that's where actually Florida Puppy is going to be announced this year in September. Is at the Sawmill campground for Florida Puppy 2023.
That sounds like fun.
So yeah, it is definitely a lot of fun, and it just the pups take over a whole campground for a weekend, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I
So,
need to tell them to do that here.
oh, of course, of course. So, what kind of hobbies do you have?
Um, well, besides work and this, I don't know, I'd probably have to say video games. I've been, playing a lot of video games recently, but when the weather is nice like it is now, I also, like to go hiking and stuff, but just haven't really gotten around to it.
Yeah, and video games seem to be pretty common amongst the pup community and everything. What about pets? Do you have any pets of your own?
Nope, no current,
Nope,
not
no,
currently.
and that's okay too. So, how does Pup Harley identify? 'Cause there's kind of three options, or there's probably even more. But when you think of beta, omega, or alpha, do you fit into any of those three?
Um, I'd say it probably depends on who I'm with, but I'd probably lean more alpha.
Okay,
Because when I'm around other pups and stuff, I'm kind of like the person who, like tries to get everything organized and like kind of be, you know, not in charge, but like make sure everyone is, okay, everything's going well.
sure.
Um,
All right. So
and
yeah, that's definitely an alpha.
yeah,
So what is it that you get out of being in the pup head space? What does it do for you?
it's just so freeing and calming, and it's like I feel like I have no stress, and I just get to have fun and be me and just kind of let loose for a little bit.
Uh, same here, same here. So let's say that the pup community starts growing in your town, and you have a new person that comes up to you and wants some advice about getting into the community. What kind of advice would you give them?
Um, you don't need gear, but if you're going to get it, it's going to be expensive, but it's also worth it.
Agreed. It is expensive to get into this community, but it is totally worth it. And
Yeah.
if it's like me, I'm always looking, I'm always buying new stuff. I mean, Amazon loves me, and
Yeah,
and so
I have a oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Amazon, Breedwell, Nasty Pig, all of those places. I'm always getting packages from all of them.
Yeah, I have a huge wish list from Mr. S Leather, so
Oh, that's another one. That's another one and stuff. Maybe one day I can get a representative from each one of those to come on and do a broadcast here for about gear.
yeah, that'd be real cool.
I think that would really be awesome. So, well, if you could ask, let's say the next pup that I interview a question, what question would you want to know from
Oof. It'd probably just have to be what's one thing you wish you knew before you started?
it? Okay, and that's a very valid question. So your question comes from Pup Zoom from Winnipeg, Canada. And they wanted to know what defines a puppy compared to a non-puppy. And that's almost hard for me to even answer because I'm sure someone could, but it just I don't know. What defines a puppy compared to a non-puppy? And maybe it's compared to the human headspace.
That's where I was thinking they were going with that. And well, beyond the very obvious of the headspace and whether or not you identify as a puppy or not,
Uh-huh.
probably have to be just actively participating. Because, I mean, a lot of people can call themselves fans or part of communities, but it's like if you don't participate, are you really there? It's like you're not part of the community, you're just interested in the community, you're just looking at the community, you're just watching them. If you're not actively participating,
Right.
there's like really no point to be there or consider yourself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, and I think, when I get to put this muzzle on and just, get my collar on and things like that, it's almost like the stress level has gone away. And to me, that's the kind of what defines. There's just not a care in the world when I'm a puppy. I can just go have fun and just do whatever I want. But then when it comes off, it's back into the real world. So,
Yeah, that's kind of how I see it too.
all right, good, good. So let's say some pups see this broadcast when it gets posted, and they want to reach out to you and say hi. How's the best way for them to reach you?
Well, I have my Instagram, which is pup_Harley_. And on my Instagram, I have a link tree and a link to my Twitter. So, you can find me through those ways and on Instagram. And I'm even probably going to keep updating the link tree on a somewhat consistent basis just to make sure everything's up to speed and any new links I might come out with are on there. So,
Okay, good, good. Yeah, because I like to make sure that you guys have the opportunity to reach out to other pups, and other pups can reach you guys as well, and hopefully help your audience too.
yeah,
So,
I'm always happy to, help anyone if anyone wants to talk and, ask questions. Like, I'm always excited to help.
good. Same here. My home is a safe space, so anyone that ever needs anything, I'm here and everything. So it's just all about being an all-inclusive community. Anyone's welcome. Well, Pup Harley, it's been awesome being able to sit here and talk with you tonight. I appreciate the time, and hopefully we'll be talking again soon.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Can't wait.
All right, have a good one.
You too.